Hey guys, TPH here again. This video is going to be on being frugal with your firearm dollars. There is a distinction between being cheap and being frugal, as I've learned long ago. Being frugal only affects yourself. Being cheap affects other people. So something to be mindful of. It's okay to be frugal. You don't want to be cheap. So my first tip is, buying your targets online. So on Amazon, I checked a couple weeks ago. I think for 40 bucks, you can get a 50 pack of either of these targets. Now, these targets right here, I especially love for zeroing in my red dots. So as you can see, you've got 5 targets in this one target here, and at 40 bucks for a 50 pack, it's coming around 80 cents. Good luck finding a target at your local range for 80 cents. At least where I go, it's at least $1, maybe $2, $3 for one target. So the way I look at it, do I intend to shoot 50 more times in my life? Yes, I absolutely do. So 40 bucks today for 50 targets that I will eventually use is a great deal. And then something like this, obviously you get that classic silhouette here of a person that must be a bad guy, but you also have 4 targets that come on this. And what I love about this brand specifically, the splatter burst targets, is that as you hit them, especially for some of your older guys or maybe those that forgot their glasses at the range, there is a bright burst of this neon yellow, neon green color wherever you hit. So it's very easy to see. Some problems with those strictly paper targets is you put a hole in a black spot, it's hard to tell if there's a hole there. So these, as the name implies, there's a little burst of color that happens when you're hitting the target. But this is a video about being frugal, so I have in the past, if I wanted to be as as frugal as possible, I go ahead and just use an index card, draw an X on it, because that's something that you can hit at 7 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards. Doesn't get much more frugal than that. I don't even know what a pack of 50 or 100 index cards here costs. I would imagine a couple bucks, and you have yourself, 100 targets or so that you need to make yourself. Secondly, or thirdly, I lost count, but bulk purchase your ammo. So what I like to do is subscribe to different ammo distributors, I guess you'd call them. So websites like Palmetto State Armory, Lucky Gunner, Bulk Ammo. There's countless others. So if you have a favorite, leave it up in the comments. But they regularly have specials on ammo. So since probably 6-7 years now, if I can find 9mm in the 20 to 25 cents per round, that's a very fair price. So if I see that, if I'm bulk buying, 1,000 rounds. Same thing with the targets. Do I think over the next few years I'm going to shoot 1,000 rounds? Yes, absolutely. So go ahead and buy it. Will I be shooting a year from now, 5 years from now? Yes. So as long as you intend that, hey, at 20 cents a round, I do intend on shooting this ammo eventually. Just make sure you're storing it correctly, which I'll do another video coming up here pretty soon on properly storing your ammo, but it's something that can be used up in the future. So if you need to trade it with a friend for something, it holds its value in that way. If you need to sell some ammo to someone, there's a lot you can do with a spare 500 rounds if you need to trade that, or you got a buddy you're going to the range with that doesn't have any ammo, you can just sell it to them. And then also, follow your local ranges on social media. I know my local range, they have $10 Tuesdays. They also have like a date night if you're bringing the girlfriend or the lady or the man, whatever. If you're bringing that, then it's essentially buy one, get one free with you and your partner that you bring there. Senior night, law enforcement nights, things like that. So check their website, check their social media. They're always, obviously trying to have some promotions to compete with local ranges to get you in the doors. But it is a balance, though. Obviously, I'm talking here a lot about being frugal. So part of that, and at the risk of contradicting myself here, we do want to support our local ranges. It'd be a very sad day if my local range that's 5 minutes away from me, if it closed. So as they say, vote with your dollars. If you want to support your local business, you absolutely should. I think there's a lot that's gotten away from us as consumers by strictly supporting Amazon and online shopping. We saw that during the pandemic. A lot of mom and pops, restaurants especially, had to close down, but you could always go to Wendy's or you could go to Target or Walmart, whatever. So definitely want to make sure that you're supporting your local range. I've solely used my local shop as my FFL on every occasion for every firearm that I've purchased, just because I want to support them, right? So in terms of some practice at home that you can do, some of my favorites here, I was gifted this Mantis X, so I don't remember how many years ago it was, but what I ended up getting was a little attachment that goes to the bottom of your magazine. So essentially what this is doing, and I think I got the pistol here actually. All right, so essentially what the Mantis is doing is you use an app on your phone. It's going to tell you your trigger pull, if you're drawing to the left, if you're pulling to the right, if you're anticipating recoil. So it's going to measure that through the app as kind of indicated here on the box. So I like the tool. It's not my favorite, but I do like the tool. It also has some helpful drills as well that you can practice. Time drills, things of that sort. Comes with some of these targets as well if you want to set that up in the room. And then I would say my favorite tool for home practice, being able to draw from concealment, aim, and fire, kind of develop that muscle memory pretty quickly, and kind of have a gamified experience as well to develop, good presentation habits and getting your aim on as quickly as possible, is the bullet. So this was roughly about $50 on Amazon. So what this does is you buy the laser cartridge, and I've got this one in 9mm. It's got a little button on the back that your striker will hit, and when it does, you can see that little laser is going to be activated. So you put that in your chamber because you're not a dummy and you don't have any live rounds in the room. Put that in your chamber there. You can draw from concealment. This target has a silent mode, but for the purposes of this, I'm just going to leave the audio on. And it comes with these little black cards, so you can even make the target, if you wanted to pull that out, you could do that while you're starting, or you could challenge yourself by putting those black cards in, essentially making the target a little bit smaller, or place this at a distance. So what you'll do is, draw from concealment, align your sights, see if I can show you here a good image, and you're getting a little feedback. So it's kind of like an arcade game. Now for $50, I've certainly gotten thousands of rounds of practice here at home safely. So I think this is a great investment. $50 might buy you, I don't know, at the cost of 9mm now, a box and a half, so maybe 75 rounds for $50 that you would get, somewhere around there. So for $50, this is an excellent tool. The battery has not died on me yet. At night, if I'm just sitting at my desk and I want to just practice, that presentation, finding that front sight, put this on silent mode. Excellent tool. All you got to do is just kind of half cock that back, and there you go. You're getting all the practice that you need. So let me know what you guys think. Is there anything that you use in addition to these types of tools? Especially indoor shooting's not my favorite. I live here in the Midwest, so it's very cold out, and I'd prefer to shoot outdoors, but those 4 or 5 months of nice outdoor weather really fly by. So when I'm indoors, when I'm at home, late night gaming, something like that, and I want to just kind of get that muscle memory back developed. These are tools that really help me out. But leave a comment. Let me know what you guys have found as good practice for you at home. And if you feel like I've earned it, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Appreciate you guys.